NMB Takoyaki Party, the podcast about the Osaka-based idol group NMB 48. This is episode 60, the big 6-0, as I like to call it. My name is Matt, and I've been playing a lot of Paper Mario on Switch. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Geoff?
Good. I'm playing a lot of Outer Wilds. It's
Oh,
pretty amazing, like adventure game in space, like
yeah.
a mystery, solving the mysteries of what's happening in your little solar system.
Is it on PS4 or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
on PS4,
Oh.
Steam.
Oh,
I
I think it's on a lot of
today.
different platforms.
oh.
Highly recommended.
I've never heard of this game.
Yeah, it came out last year. It was like everyone it was like game of the year for a lot of people last year.
Oh wow. Is
Yeah.
it okay? This is not
Anyway.
a gaming podcast.
Anyway, Ryan, what's your favorite game right now?
I'm actually
Base-
playing tower defense game called Bloons. I don't know. I think it's a well-known game.
Balloons.
Yeah, it's monkeys and balloons.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
And a game called Transistor.
Okay, I've heard of that.
That's
one.
it's pretty fun. And got recommended it by a friend.
Cool. All right, so that's our video game chat segment. Our obligatory 1 minute, 2 minute video game chat.
Taking the
segment
place of
of the
Amimadu
podcast.
Minute.
Yep, Amimara Minute has been replaced by the video game minute. All right, so then let's get into some news. We actually have some pretty big news this month, especially regarding the upcoming single. Now we have a release date for Datte Datte Datte. Originally supposed to come out on May 13th. Now it's coming out on August 19th. A whole 3 months after his original release date.
At least it wasn't like 2099, like the
Yeah.
Amazon link showed.
December 31st, 2020 or whatever.
29. I think it was
2099.
2099. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's good. So this was announced on their monthly Line Live news broadcast with the members of Lapis Arch, Ion, Coconut, and Haasa.
Third one's replaceable.
Oh. Anyway, those three, they did the Line Live news thing, and so they had revealed that release date, and then they also gave us a little teaser of the coupling tracks, namely the team songs for N, M, and B2. And they played a little bit like a minute-long clip of each one while talking over it, which that really bothered me because I wanted to listen to the song, but they're talking, and I was like, someone tell the members shut the hell up. They're talking, laughing over it. Couldn't hear it as well.
I think it's really funny like how they do Land Lives always after we record though. So we always talk about like really old news.
Yeah, and then they also talk about really old news, and they have one maybe new thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we can talk about this old news of the coupling tracks. So Team N song is called Hatte. So this, for me, it just, so all these songs, they sound like they're kind of the upbeat pop variety. I like all the songs, honestly.
Yeah.
This one, it's kind of like a rock pop song. I get kind of like a rock opera style vibe.
I thought it was really weird actually. Like it started really ballady, then it turned into like some anime bullshit.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like an idol song.
Yeah.
Like it was like the composer didn't really know what he wanted to do, or he had like 3 pieces of music, and those were like the only good ones he had. So he just merged them all.
Yeah.
So I thought when it first started, I was like, oh great, they're doing ballad. That's awesome. And then it's like turned into like anime thing. Oh, kind of sounds like Yakebokui. And then it suddenly turns into like some generic J-pop shit.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this, and that's like the only impression I got was like, wow, this guy's really confused.
He doesn't know what he wants to do with this song, but I don't know. I like all the directions it went. It's a nice little mixture.
I mean, I would have liked it if he stuck to a lane, I guess. It's like, choose one.
Well, I think the interesting thing with this one is, I think Akarin, she has the solo line in this.
Yeah,
song.
the first line, so she's probably centering.
Yeah, and it's really obvious that it's her too. I mean, her voice is very distinctive, I guess. So that's good. She's the center of Team N.
Any
to
thoughts? Any thoughts about that, Geoff?
Doesn't
the song.
it's been a while since the theater show. We'll see what happens then.
I mean, they're not gonna change. They're not gonna change unless they change End Pride. They're not gonna like shift Akarin to center.
Yeah.
So it
I
won't
mean,
matter.
I just think everything is like so messed up right now. Like, I mean, N had way too many graduations. Like, there's
Yeah.
no obvious center from the new generations, and then
Yeah.
it's been forever since any kind of performance. So
This would have been like a great segue to like the next like another important topic, but we can't really segue to it. So
Nope.
Yeah.
Instead, we're gonna segue to another center. Yeah. So Team M song is called Seishunwa Brass Band.
how did you find it, Matt?
So this one kind of gave me like I think just from the name Brass Band,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay, it's like a ska pop song. That's what I got from it.
So maybe because my musical like experience is like very low, right? So I listened to this and
So is mine.
yeah, I know. I listened to this and it's like, oh, it sounds kind of like Kyusen Kyote, and maybe that's just because of the horns.
Yeah, I got that. And then,
Yeah.
like, in my mind, like, I imagine, like, so it's like a song I probably want to see, like, a performance of, or at least there was, like, a music video of. Like, none of these songs have music videos.
Yeah.
But I was imagining it's kind of like, was it Idol no Yoruake? The Rise of the Idols.
I don't know
That's about
Yoake. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, Idol no Yoruake.
I don't know
Like, the first
Yoake.
song.
There's a stage named after it.
Yeah, but then that was, like, the one song. I think it's, like, the first song on that stage. It's the one
Yeah.
they come out, like, in a band, like a marching band.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I
It's
imagine
the
it
long
doesn't-
long standing like
Yeah.
Team M stage.
Yeah,
The brass
yeah,
band
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I imagine like if they did their performance, it might be kind of like that.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
why in my mind, like that's how I'm picturing it.
So because of the brass band, it was giving me Kyusen Kyote
Yeah.
feel, right? So I was actually imagining like
Like the 20s diner style, like or 50s diner, like
yeah, either that or the big band thing, like on
Yeah.
a stage with like people in white tuxedos
Okay,
and girls in dresses. Like I was just imagining something like that.
yeah,
Obviously, they're never gonna do that because that probably costs a lot of money to shoot, and their lease on the garage is probably still active. So.
yeah. Any thoughts? Oh yeah, so yeah, Miru is I guess the center of this one, which is not
I
really too
mean-
surprising. But
Yeah, it's not gonna change.
any thoughts about that, Geoff? The song?
yeah, it's pretty good. Like you said, nice and peppy. It's definitely not ska. There's not enough slap bass for that.
It's soft ska.
Easy.
But
listening.
what did you think about the horns, Geoff?
I mean, it's obviously like fake synthesizer horns, but
Yeah.
so it sounds all right. It's a B-side. You can't expect too much out of it.
I had no expectations, and I was kind of disappointed because it had like the nice horns, and then it turned into like generic idol pop.
Yeah. That's it.
I
All
mean,
these are kind of have like a pop vibe.
The title is like has Seishun in it. You know, it's gonna be generic idol pop.
Yeah. It's like one
Because
of the top like 3 like like most commonly used words for songs. Like Seishun.
the other's like
or
Nagisa or something.
Nagisa or I or Koi or whatever.
Boku.
Boku, yeah.
So I'm gonna compare it to Kyusen Kyote, right? Because Kyusen Kyote actually took it like to the logical end where they're doing like the horns and then they just like rode onto it like horns all the way. This one was like, oh, nice horns, and then nope, that's all the horns you're gonna get.
Maybe for Kyusen
So they even
Kyote,
named it like brass band. It wasn't like actually played by a brass band.
Nah, it's a synthesized one.
Yeah.
I think of Kyusen Kyote as part of Rashikanai, and they also had horns in that song as well.
That's true.
The
Maybe like
saxophone.
Akimoto was in his like horn phase there.
His horny face.
Let's not go there.
Moving on, B2. This song is called "Be Happy."
Oh my god! I was actually surprised when you said you liked it.
Yeah, so this is like also pop, but it's more of like Eurobeat pop, like EDM. Yeah, as like you were saying off the air. And actually,
I mean,
it doesn't go.
the thing is, like, we don't know what EDM. I actually don't know what EDM means, but like I associate
like
it
techno,
with like
yeah.
I associate it with like techno shit, and then
Somehow, like somewhere, like in like between, I think in the 2010s, I think is when it's shifted over from like just techno to now it became EDM.
there's probably like a bunch of other stuff under it, right? And that
Yeah.
we're not qualified to be
It's very
discussing.
broad.
Like dubstep is like somewhere in that part as well. Like it's like the next logical step, the wub wub wubs and all that. It's not, but this is like I think on the cusp of like going full EDM bullshit. Like it's like just before.
It's not teacher teacher.
It's not teacher no. But this is like techno, yeah, like just like some techno, like, yeah, kind of just like Eurobeat kind of pop music. Yeah, so that's why I'm okay with it. Like it doesn't go too far into the dark side. It's just it's
Yeah, but I think this has the same problem for me, is that they don't commit. So the reason you like it is like the reason I don't like it is because they kind of try to go at the start, right? They're trying to go, okay, EDM techno shit, and then oops, nope, we're not gonna go that far. We're gonna go back to idol bullshit. And the thing is, like, these are coupling songs, right? No one cares. So why not just, go for it?
Experimental.
Yeah.
But then that takes I think that actually takes more budget to hire someone who's like willing to compose something not generic, because it's really easy to fall back on the idol pop stuff.
That's true. And these people are like, they write the songs in the hopes that like Akimoto would pick them up, right? And put them on a CD, so they get royalties. So yeah, I kind of understand. But
I'm sure there's a lot of things like that behind the scenes, like how the songs get chosen, and it was probably like some sample somebody wrote for like a giant pool of songs for Aki P to pick.
And they all go into like a bucket, and he pulls them out one by one, and that's how he decides which group gets which one.
What's the lineup for this single? So it's Datte Datte Datte, and then these 3 songs, and then 2 solo songs, right?
Yeah, Miru and Saipi's song.
Oh yeah, we should discuss that. So episode.
Well, we haven't heard. I think we only heard Saipi's, and that's because it's like the theme song for episode 1, season 2.
Yeah, we haven't heard Miru's.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we haven't heard Miru's, but I don't know. I'm not really expecting much. Like even like Boku. What the fuck is the what's
Boku wa
I saw it tonight. Yeah. That was. I actually kind of like that song, but like I can imagine what kind of songs that Akimoto's gonna give Miru anyway.
I think it will probably be something like that again.
Yeah, I know. Like some emo shit.
Oh yeah, and then also the other song you probably mentioned is the Lapis Arch cover song of the Chow.
Does that even count?
Yoshimoto. It's on the CD, so and
No.
there's a music video for that, which is kind of.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, like, is it a track on the CD or is it just a music video?
Both.
Oh, it's both. Oh,
yeah,
interesting. Okay, no danceable song.
No danceable.
Nope. Getting robbed
no
again.
quintet.
Like Quintet didn't get like a song every single. This is Lapis Arch's time.
Lapis Arch's reign. It's the era of Lapis Arch.
Yep. At least until Miru throws another tantrum.
Yeah, but I guess regarding Be Happy, I guess the interesting thing about this is they're gonna be performing it at the theater on August 19th, same as the release date of the single, and it just says like B2. It has like all the members, and just says Be Happy. So I think it's not gonna be like a full like stage. I think it's just gonna be performing this one song. This is like maybe if we're on like phase 0 right now of the whole like reopening stuff. This is like phase like 0.5.
So has
like,
this been confirmed? Has this been confirmed? So this was just like some wota passing by the NMB theater, right?
Yeah,
and then
and
took a photo
paper,
of the piece of paper.
Yeah,
and then they actually removed it because some other wotas went when they saw it on Twitter, right? They went to the NMB theater and it wasn't there anymore.
Ah.
So either it's a really elaborate prank by the person who took the photo, which is really unlikely, right? How the hell would he have known?
No, I saw other people take pictures of it.
Oh, okay. So it's confirmed to actually exist.
Yeah.
Because I saw
behind the glass panel too, right? So
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, you could Photoshop that, I guess. Maybe. I have no idea. But because I saw a tweet from some guy who says he went there in the afternoon and it wasn't there anymore. So maybe the NMB staff was testing it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Why do you need to test something like that?
Yeah, especially like so early. That's like really weird. Like it was like a whole like almost like a month before.
And not announcing it on their usual channels like the website.
Yeah, it was like a really weird thing. Or maybe someone fucked up and they put it up too early. Just like this, if you want to talk about some people fucking up. This next piece of news.
Oh.
So yeah, this next piece of news, keeping up our streak of one graduation announcement per episode. And this month's graduation announcement is Morita Ayaka, aka Ayateen.
We keep our streak.
And we kind of like, so yeah, I mentioned like someone fucked up. We kind of knew about this twofold, that we knew this was coming. One, because Ayateen, she's 4th gen, she's been in the group for a while, not mega popular or anything. But also, there was like it was on one of their like at-home streams. I think it might have been like either a werewolf or like one of the quiz streams, like with the members. What happened? I guess like the staff, like they minimized their screen and like showed like their desktop. And on the desktop, you can see like their email client, and like you can see like all these like different like messages or whatever, like subject lines.
No, it's even worse. They left their note app.
Yeah,
open.
note app.
Yeah,
but I think it's still connected. It's Mac, so notes and email app is both like connected. At times.
So you could see the title of the notes.
Yeah,
and it says like Morita and then Naisotsugo.
Yeah.
And this is like 2 months ago, maybe, I think 2 or 3 months ago. So
yeah, I mean, it said she was thinking about it, and then like I saw a couple. I noticed it and like took a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
And
so actually we got this from Geoff. So Geoff is the one who broke this news.
Yeah, did some investigative reporting.
Yeah.
I saw like one person mention it on Twitter saying, is I-Teen gonna graduate? But I mean, it was pretty obvious anyway because she's 25 and there's
exactly.
Everyone thinks 25 is the either official or just
the
like theoretical age limit for NMB. So not too surprising.
Yeah, I mean, Ayateen is like kind of weird because she has a very unique character, right? So like the Yankee, whatever, and she's like the ultimate theater girl, though, like super reliable, and I'm pretty sure like staff love her.
Yeah,
like, she just never got popular. Yeah, and apparently, with Team N, she's like the unofficial like mascot or whatever. Like she like. She chooses their stretching music, I guess, and they always talk about this. I have no idea why it's such a big deal, but they always talk about like how Ayateen chooses the stretching music.
Yeah, and she leads the engine, the group cheer before they go on stage.
She's like, I guess she's very similar to Yamarina, where she's like super theater girl, right? Like where when they give out the awards for the Theater no Megami during the January 1st shows, like the girl with the most like theater appearances, and actually regular members are kind of disadvantaged versus like the Kenkyusei, because Kenkyusei have their own stages, right?
Yeah, they can join other stages as well,
and they can under with like the team stages.
Yeah,
but then even with that handicap, like Ayateen will still make it to the top 16. At a pretty high position too.
Yeah.
Which means like, she's like super useful for management, where Shiroma's not here today, so Morita, learn this new position and you're gonna be performing like next week, something like that.
Well, she and Yamarina had like that combi for like in their last the last year or so when Yamarina was still around. They had like the Imapara or whatever.
Oh yeah. That one's gone now. Apparently, Ayateen is giving it up, right, to someone.
Oh, really?
Marin.
Yeah, it was in her. So that she announced, Ayateen announced in her Seitansai, right, and then Marin was chosen as one of the members to appear.
Yeah, her and Yumin.
Yeah, and then so she immediately said, during part of the MC, she said, "Oh, I'm passing on my Yankee like para character to Marin," and then right after that, she announced graduation. it's like we're gonna be like para together, and then like, but nope, I'm graduating. Bye.
I guess I kind of get that vibe from Marin. Like she kind of has like that kind of Garu.
Yeah, she does.
Persona to her.
So earlier when I was saying like Ayatin had a very unique character, and just like Marin's like face just popped into my head. So oh, maybe not.
So that's Ayatin's graduation announcement. I guess they haven't said when she's going to be graduating officially. Probably still have a while. They're still having her do stuff. But anyway, let's actually catch up on some actual graduation ceremonies. These were actually like literally a couple days like after our last podcast. We're just gonna just briefly go over like the last song that they did at each of their stages, because those weren't like full graduation stages. Those were just like kind of similar to like the birthday stages, where it's like them and two members and just chat. You see like the goodbye messages from the other members, and then they do a song. So let's see, just going down. It's not really in any particular order, I think, right? It's just memory. So we have Nattsu, and she put Naki Nagata as her last song.
Naki Nagara Hoho Ende. So it's a really special song for her because Natsu is known for like having really good singing voice and playing piano. So she was chosen to play this song on AKB48 show back like when that show first started. So that was like one of her big breaks back in the day.
Yeah, she had the original Kenkyusei stage. She had like a solo Nakinagaraho, and then she would play the piano during it.
That's true.
Yeah, and that she kind of got. I can't say she got popular out of it because she never was popular, but you know she got some attention out of it. Did we talk about like what Natsu is doing now?
No, what is she doing now?
She's a pro gamer now.
Oh yeah.
Up there with like Kokoro.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say up there with like Ninja.
No, but she joined this like agency that Kondorina is also in, right?
So it's not an agency. It's an esports team.
Like management or whatever. Yeah.
So I have no idea what it's about, but she's saying like it's not an agency. She actually said something on Twitter that it's not an agency.
Oh.
So it's an esports team. I have no idea. Maybe it's like for fun, or it kind of looks legit.
I mean, they wear just like dumb uniforms.
Yeah.
Like the esports uniforms.
I mean, they have uniforms. That means they're pro, right?
Yeah. What does she play? Is it just Fortnite or whatever?
No, she plays PUBG.
PUBG, okay. Or PUBG as they call it in Japan. Okay, next, Momoka. Horimomo Momoka.
Yeah.
She did Seijun Philosophy as her final song at her grad stage. And she was also wearing the Kokoten costume. Which is kind of a weird combination.
Yeah. I have no idea why she actually chose Seijun. I think she said like it was her favorite song. So, yeah, whatever.
It's like
you would think like she would choose like an NMB song though.
Right, it's like famous for Team 4, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway. Okay, and then last we have Rinachii. And so she did Ima Naraba. Speaking of weird song choices.
She wore Milky's outfit from Ima Naraba too.
Huh.
And she got so much hate on the internet.
It's like her like final like middle finger to everyone.
Basically, I think so. I think it was because it's, you know what the most hilarious thing is that this is like only the second time that like Ima Naraba was like performed. So. Well, actually, it's like Music Station, like Milky Graduation, and
or
then
count the Request Hour. I think it was one of the AKB Request Hours where like a lot of people voted for it. I think Sayaka requested it because Sayaka sang it, but then they had like a VTR of Milky.
Yeah, that doesn't count because Milky wasn't there.
Yeah, but that was like still I think the same idea as like people like voted for that because they want Milky to come back.
Yeah. But anyway, so I guess the point is like it's only been performed like a handful of times, and it's always been Saya Milky.
Yeah.
And like Rinachii like comes out in like Milky's dress and like, I'm gonna sing Ima Naraba.
And what you said Shinshin was her partner for that one?
Yeah, Shinshin was the partner because Momoka already graduated.
Uh-uh.
So
yeah. And that grad show is just really awkward because like before the last song, they like played a game with Team N on Zoom, and it was like some kind of like it was like a quiz game about Team N. It was like nothing about Rinachii herself. So it's like all of Team N like getting really excited and laughing along with each other, and like Rinachii there on stage by herself, basically.
It's weird, right? Like the whole show. I watched the show and it was like it didn't feel like a grad show. They were like playing games and shit.
Like trying to waste time.
Yeah, and
We
you
got
know
2 hours.
one thing I noticed too is that Rinachii didn't get like the special video because everyone got a special video.
Oh, really? I mean, she got her own special video like a few weeks before.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And the background was Zetsumetsu Kurogami Shoujo, right?
Yep.
No.
Not the ballad version or the music box version, though, that they usually
Yeah. That was strange. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to talk about Imanaraba. I didn't actually want to talk about like any scandal shit.
Yeah.
But Geoff has a comment. Something
so,
he wants
like,
to talk about.
So all the team captains have been appearing in the graduation stages. So Chihhi, as Team N captain, like after Rinachii said her final speech, said like some final parting words, like and she said like, "Oh, Rinachii, I hope you like live a good life and pursue your dreams and take responsibility for your actions." So that was like the harshest thing we've heard from any member regarding this whole incident.
So okay. Since you went there, Geoff, I'm gonna go there too. So a lot of like quotas on Twitter were like, "Oh my God, Chihhi, yeah, go girl, yes queen," and all that stuff.
I mean, I was one of them.
But the thing is, like, I don't think. Well, number one, it wasn't that harsh.
Yeah, I'm translating it kind of too harshly.
Yeah. In Japanese, one's really too harsh. Like it was like sekenin omotte kodo, like whatever. It's like it's a very generic Japanese term about taking responsibility on your life, but it can be interpreted that way. Yes, I agree. But like to me, it didn't sound that bad. Like you could still take it as like a generic, template.txt thing, but. And I thought I was going crazy looking at Twitter and your messages online too. It's like, did she really say something that bad? Because like people, I feel that like a lot of the wotas like were projecting what they were thinking onto Chihhi's words versus actually just listening to what Chihhi said.
I think that's part of it, but then I mean, Chihhi is not one to make like backhanded comments like that. So when she does something that can be interpreted that way, I think it's really stands out. So that's why
I mean, I guess so. Yeah,
it really shocked me that she said something that strong.
I mean, it did sound like she was like criticizing Rinachii, and God knows like she deserves it. But yeah, I just want the world, I guess. I'm not speaking directly to you, Geoff, but I just want people to understand that sometimes you don't. It's not. It is sometimes it's exactly as it is, rather than like what people think it is.
So yeah, I mean, like my first reaction wasn't like, oh my God, this is super harsh. I was like, wait, is she like trying to hint at it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but then on Twitter it's like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, like we hope Rinachii learned something, I guess. But based on what she's been doing recently, probably not.
Yeah, she's already doing like some
showroom bullshit.
Yeah,
it's actually
online
live.
Yeah.
So it's fine, the fans who stuck with her, she can like, squeeze them for all they're worth. She already started on like meet and greets. Although that got cancelled because of the coronavirus situation in Tokyo.
All right. Okay, so then next, let's move on to some, guess, kind of more positive news. I mean, we kind of kept on joking about, like, oh, they have an announcement at, like, 8 o'clock today. It's going to mean they're going to graduate. But I think now it's the new, they're going to graduate warning is the, it's their Seitan side today. That means they're going to graduate. Because I'm actually doing shows now, so actually that actually can be a more logical reason. Anyway, some announcements that came from a couple members are Shobu Marin and Minami Haasa. They both announced YouTube channels, separate YouTube channels. I checked them both out briefly. So Marin's YouTube channel is kind of like a kimono, like how to put on a kimono, like tutorial videos. Cause it's like multiple like videos, like they're both like probably like 20-ish minutes or so long. Because the whole like process of putting on a kimono thing is really long. It's like takes like 2 hours usually. It's this whole project. But anyway, that's what she's doing. Haasa is like just videos of like her pets and like animals and stuff. And like one of the videos I watched is like her feeding her dog, and then like giving commentary over it.
So
it's kind of dumb.
It's not. I thought it was all cardboard.
No,
I only watched one that was about her building like a cardboard Nagashi Somen thing.
No, the thing is like she's not good enough to, so she's not like a pro cardboard maker or whatever, right? Yeah. So like you can't actually make really good ones, and you can't like create an actual YouTube channel out of it.
She's gonna really encroach on like cardboard YouTuber corner.
Yeah, and she's not as good as they are, so
she's gonna get flamed for it.
Yeah, the time to make like cool cardboard creations was like 2 years ago with the Nintendo Labo. So
yeah,
we talk about cardboard creations. Mostly she's just doing like videos about her pets. They're cute, they're funny, they're amusing. Just like,
you know what, you know that meme with Oprah, with you get a YouTube channel, you get a YouTube channel, you get a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think we made a joke before because like it just seems like every member's getting like a YouTube channel. And then as for another YouTube channel, actually, I think it's one that's just probably the most interesting. This is like kind of started off by it's the 3rd gen like graduated members, like I think like 8 or 9 of them. This is kind of kickstarted by Rinachii. And they do like these series of like Zoom call like conversations, and
well, it's one Zoom call conversation.
One Zoom call conversation
split up into 6 videos.
6 videos, yeah, and like a half hour long or so. Which God, that's like that's a really long Zoom call.
It's not half an hour. I'm looking at it right now. It's like the longest video is like 19 minutes, but it's like on average it's like 13 minutes.
Just really stretching out.
Yeah,
really stretching out.
Yeah, it was like
that 3-hour call or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was a 3-hour call, and they just like stretched it like crazy.
I think it's just because like, so like it's interesting about this like channel and these videos. Like, so it's Rinachii, Shu, Rinachii, Hako,
Konomin, Sakipi, Mire, and Chuba.
Yeah.
So only 8 of them.
Yeah.
Minus the 3 that are still in NMB that can't join this, of course.
And minus the one who's too good.
Too good for them. No, she has an agency, so she can't join this.
And that's kind of like the reason why I guess some of these members can and some of them can't.
I think the 8 here are either don't have an agency or don't care.
Yeah.
So like for example, like Rinachii, she has an agency, but she's the one running this.
Yeah. So and I think she was doing it from Spain, and then Shu is doing it from New York. So like I think the big reason like why they only did like one call, because like the time zones are all over the place with that.
Yeah.
We didn't know because we used to have to like deal with that when we had like Geoff still in America.
I think Shu was doing it at like 7 a.m.
Yeah. And I think like Rinachii was like it was like midnight, I think, or was it?
No, Rinachii was in the afternoon, and it was like late at midnight for the
Japan members.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this is like kind of interesting. It's not really like all they're doing is just like kind of just catching up. It's kind of like a reunion series. Like, hey, what's new with you? What's talking about doing stuff.
Yeah, what's funny is that in one of like Emichi's tweets, she says like, we talked about this on the video, but for the other third gen members that we've lost contact with, just try to find us. It's like, what the hell?
Putting a call out on Twitter.
Yeah. I guess there are others like some who like graduated early, right? Or aren't really close with like this 8. So I guess they've all lost contact. It's kind of sad in a way.
Yeah.
But it was nice seeing them together and talking about. But the thing is, like, every time someone graduates, right, they do like, let's have like all the 4th gens together, all the 3rd gens together, and they talk about stories from like when they started, right? So I've heard like a lot of these stories already because they've told them so many times. But still, highly recommended. It's really nice. I'm a really big fan of OG 3rd gen. So
I wonder why.
What? Yeah, it's an odd thing.
Even without Yuuri, you're still like into this.
Yeah. I mean,
anyway.
it would be different if Yuuri was on this, of course, but
it'd be better. Is what you're saying?
It's like 100 times.
It would be the best YouTube channel of all time.
No, that's the Quintet channel. It'd be the second best.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's out there. You can check those out. Those are all on YouTube. One last thing, I just moved this up here because we're talking about YouTube stuff. So Anchu, still on her YouTube gaming stream. She's not playing Apex anymore, which I think that's good because I got kind of bored of those. She finished Resident Evil like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But she started a couple new playthrough series, including Super Mario RPG and Ghost of Tsushima.
I really like the non-live ones. Like, I understand like you get more engagement if you do live, but
I don't know about that because like even then like it seems like she was only getting like 250-ish, maybe 300 viewers each time. So even then, like the live engagement is not a whole lot.
That's true, but like normal Twitch streamers get the same amount, right?
It depends on
the ones with Patreons and shit.
Oh, yeah, I mean, actual relevant ones, yeah, they probably get, thousands of viewers and stuff. But I think that's the thing is, like, Twitch is more live stream focused, whereas YouTube is more, pre-recorded video, or at least, the VODs, the video on demands of the Twitch streams, like the archives, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
And with these, I think Anju's, like, seeing, like, kind of modest viewership. I think it's, like, around, like, 1,000, 1,200-ish.
Yeah.
Per views per video.
I mean,
it's not as big as what she used to be, but it's still like it's doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, gaming channels usually do very poorly because of stuff like this, right? Like if it's like part 9 of a series or whatever, right? No one's gonna be watching that anymore.
Yeah, think of like Ghost of Tsushima. It's like she started out literally on release date of that game.
So that means she got pre-release. She got a pre-release.
I'm not sure that, or like she just downloaded it at midnight.
No, she can't edit that fast.
She's been doing like a lot of like tweets like at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and talking about how like she's staying up till late because she actually is like editing stuff.
Really? I think she got it pre-release though. I have a feeling she got it pre-release.
That would be good news, right? Because like the developer noticed her.
Maybe, yeah.
I think Sony spent a crazy amount of money promoting Ghost of Tsushima. So it's like, oh, she has like 20,000 subscribers. Okay, give her a copy.
Yeah, this is like, it's weird because like it's not really like her kind of game either. I think she even like said like in the beginning like of the first video, she was like, yeah, it's not really my kind of game. I'm really bad at these kind of games, so kind of bear with me.
Oh my god.
You can go on your rant right now.
Oh my god! Like I was watching like one of her videos, and it's like I tweeted this because there was an archery tutorial, and like the NPC was like, okay, let's stand on top of this hill and then let's shoot them, and she was like, they're shooting back, so what do I do? And she's like, okay, I know what to do, and she like runs down the hill and like starts stabbing people.
hey, it's an open world game.
Yeah, it's probably like the game actually lets her that. It's not like a fail state for like leaving the hill.
Yeah, and then it's a fucking archery mission, and then you have like enemies on the rooftops, and they're shooting at her, and she's like, "Oh my god, they're on the rooftop. Well, how do I kill them?"
Just trying to find a way to get on top.
It's
of
like
the rooftop.
you're fucking holding a bow. Anyways,
That's pretty funny.
yeah.
It depends if you look at that as funny or like you rage because she's not a elite pro gamer.
I mean, I don't think I was. I'm not asking for like elite skills or anything. I'm just asking for common sense, I guess.
Yeah, if it's like clearly it's a archery tutorial, then yeah, you should be just using your bow.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like the game like didn't have like a fail state for like usually those kind of games. Like yeah, if you don't do exactly what they want you to do, they'll just like fail you and you have to restart.
Yeah.
And then you learn, oh, okay, I'm supposed to use my bow.
Yeah. I mean,
it's kinda
I
weird
guess
that the game
they
lets
made
you
it.
do
They
that.
made it really hard to not do it with a bow.
Yeah,
I guess.
obviously.
But she was playing on easy, so it didn't matter.
But yeah, she's also doing the Super Mario RPG, which I was really happy about.
I really like the Super Mario RPG one. That's the one that I still watch.
Yeah, I watch it regularly whenever she has it. And she's kind of doing like its alternating schedule, where she'll do like 2 Mario RPG videos and then a Ghost of Tsushima video, or 2 Ghost of Tsushimas and Mario RPG. So it's kind of a weird like pattern. But she's like doing a new video every day, which is pretty good. I think that's good, like for consistency and growth's sake. I think she's gotten like an extra 100 or so since she started doing this.
I always wonder though, because her YouTube channel is like so old now, right?
Yeah.
And is it harder to get on the algorithm if you're old?
It's I think kind of, yeah. Like the algorithm's kind of weird. I think she definitely got like, a huge spike when doing Ghost of Tsushima just because it was release date. That's like everyone's searching for that.
I was hoping that she would get more of a spike with Ghost of Tsushima though, because like how the views she got for Ghost of Tsushima was like
It's like
pretty much
5,000 for the first
4,000 for the first ones.
Okay.
She got more views for her first Mario RPG episode.
Yeah. I think it's like the whole nostalgia play. I think because like more people care or
and
Mario
there's
RPG.
just so much competition for Ghost of Tsushima, right?
That too, yeah. It's like the new hot game.
Yeah. So I mean, Matt has talked about this before, right? Or it's either you go for the nostalgia play or you go for the new hot games.
New hot thing. And it's really
the thing
hot.
is, like,
it's
you
really
don't want to watch people who suck at new games, though.
Yeah, that's the same like with Twitch too. Like, yeah, you're competing like with your top streamers who have all the viewers are on those channels. So if you try to play like a new game, you're just not gonna get buried under everyone else, and no one's gonna watch you. So usually, with these, it's better to go with like either like an older, classic kind of game, or like slightly older, and do kind of something new with it. I think that's why she had a good idea when she started with like Dragon Quest, because that was kind of how she got her start.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of people lost interest over time.
No, she lost interest.
That too. Both people lost interest.
Yeah, and then she tried starting again with Dragon Quest Heroes, but then that game sucks. So
yeah, she's got the spirit. Yeah, but with these videos, like she's doing like she's obviously like recording them all at once, and then she breaks them up into like 20-minute chunks or so, 20-30-minute chunks.
I mean, yeah, I think the length is fine.
Yeah.
A Super Mario RPG is a really good game. Like, I'm actually just really disappointed at like how poorly she does, I guess. But then, as you said, like she has to build, because like pretty much like all of her like 20,000 followers are dormant. They don't watch her anymore.
She's not even 20,000 still.
It's 19,700.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, it's like
anyways. My point is that these aren't like active subscribers. It's because like she left her channel like dead for like a year, 2 years.
Yeah, a year, 2 years, and then like. Yeah.
So I guess it's.
She got busy with stuff.
Yeah. So from the point of view, I guess, of like building subscriber base, like she has to start somewhere.
Yeah. Thinking about her Mario RPG video, so I started actually like trying to subtitle them, like using like the built-in like YouTube subtitle feature, but I think she has to approve them, or like the community has to approve them. So I'm not sure if they're actually going to pop up, but next time I get a chance to talk to her, I'll tell her that. So hopefully, because I think I saw like on her Ghost of Tsushima, like comments were from like random gaijins, and they're like, "Please post subs." It's like the typical foreigner, like non-speaking Japanese.
I think it's really hard because like the game itself is in Japanese.
Yeah, so that's why.
Especially
I
like
bother with
Tsushima
Yeah.
or something, right? That's really fucking hard. Like they use really, really like hard Japanese.
Yeah, it's like samurai folk talk or whatever.
Yeah.
Really old style. So yeah, that's why I didn't bother with that. And also, like, I haven't played it, so I can't. Whereas, like, Mario RPG, I know that game, by heart, pretty much. So I can kind of definitely, like, just write the stuff. Even if it's in Japanese. Yeah, so. Check those out. She actually said this on her Seitan side, like, her birthday event. She didn't announce graduation. Which I was, like, kind of like, oh, she's going to announce graduation, like, 1 week until graduation announcement. But actually, before that, she actually mentioned, like, on her mobile May, hey, I'm not going to announce graduation today, so don't go in watching this with that in mind. Like, her phrasing was like, don't watch this with debuffs. So, but she did say at her Seitan side she has a goal of getting 100,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, she's trying, so hopefully, maybe in like 5 years.
I mean, you just need like one hit though. Like that's the thing, right? You just need one video to go viral, and then.
Actually, I did want to get you and bring back when you're talking about live videos. I think one reason also why she's not doing the live videos, I think, is because it's like too much stress and pressure for her to like keep it up. Yeah, and also he has to deal with like the comments and stuff that can be distracting.
Yeah, and people like me who get pissed off at how she plays.
Yeah.
Like I get pissed off with how she plays Tetris. So
yeah, there's that. Anyway, check those out. Those YouTube channels. Subscribe to Anchu if you haven't. So then move on to this thing, and I wrote this as Poor Man's Vatako. It has a different name, right? It's not Poor Man's Vatako, but it's pretty much.
Fuck you, man.
It's what? So it's Maokyun, Airi, Tanagawa Airi, and Yuuri. The Yuuri formed some kind of groups.
It's called Toms. And it's basically just to get the three of them like work while there's like this whole coronavirus thing is going on. So the idea is like they're trying to be like actresses, so they're gonna be doing live streams like once a week and to practice, quote unquote, their acting. So they're doing script reading. Is that what it's called? Rodoku.
Yeah.
Yes, script reading or table reading, maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's not table read. Table read is not real.
Dramatic reading.
Yeah, dramatic reading. So they're doing a dramatic reading of like this novel or it's a play. I have no idea. I've watched every single one of them. I still have no idea what's going on. So, and yeah, I mean, this is like extreme, like only watch this if you're a fan content.
Yep.
It's like the. Like for example, like the Nagisa content, for example, right? Like, she's always on like comedy shows and stuff, but you would only watch these shows if you like comedy or you really like Nagisa. I mean, everyone likes comedy, I guess, so it's a bad example. Maybe okay, so a good example would be like the Akarin makeup stuff. So you wouldn't really watch this if you're a dude. But only if you really like Akarin. But then even if you really like Akarin, I don't think you'd still watch it though.
And even like that's like saying I would bring out the Anchu, like the games that she plays. I don't like all the games she plays, so I'll go for Anchu. But even then, I get bored. So.
Right. So yeah. So for example, when Anchu was playing like Apex or whatever, yeah, fuck that. I'm not watching that. Yeah. So this is like, yeah, it's not very good content, but still, give Yuuri your money if you want.
You have to pay for each show.
No, they actually fucked up last time. But it's a subscription, so you subscribe to the channel like YNN. It costs the same as YNN.
Is PayPal okay?
PayPal okay? Yes, it's because it's Nico Nico.
Okay.
And they're doing it on Zoom.
No, they're doing it in front of a green screen. They're socially distanced inside a studio.
Do they have like the glass panels between them?
Nope.
It's too expensive. They're They're 6 meters away, or 3 meters away.
2
2 meters away.
They're not 6 meters away.
6 feet away.
6 meters away would be like the SKE.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Kind of update on the 7th Gen audition situation. It's kind of really minor. I think. What did they put out a message, or was this Motome like?
No,
No.
they did put out a message. So Matome picked up on it because there's a message board for girls who take auditions. So some people picked up on this message board that the third round of the NMB audition started up again.
Okay. I think the one interesting take from this was like, I guess they had to delay it, or they're gonna do it specially for, because there's a member from overseas that.
Well, it's not a
is
member,
auditioning,
like
or
someone who applied, right?
Auditionee or
So-
applicant, yeah.
Yeah, an applicant. So I think round 3 is the second round where you have to show up.
Mhm.
So this is round 3, and so on the message. So basically, what NMB management does is that this round is closed. So we have sent messages to the winners.
You have
If
like
you
a
didn't-
short list.
Yeah, if you didn't get a message, then sucks for you.
Better luck in 8th Gen or
Yeah, yeah,
D4, Draft 4.
yeah. So they've been doing that. So for all the rounds. So this time they did that again, right? They're like, this is to announce that third round is over, and the people who have been selected should be were contacted through email, blah blah blah. But so there were some people who were sick and couldn't make it. So and one person who was overseas and couldn't make it. So we were making special accommodations to them to have the audition at a later date. I think the one from overseas, unless she's Japanese citizen, like she's not gonna pass 7th Gen.
Just like too much like red tape to
To enter Japan. No,
get
it's
that
not
and like
gonna
get a
happen.
visa and all that other bullshit,
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. Especially not in the time frame we're talking about.
Because like if she did, like they did let her in, she still had to like quarantine for 2 weeks, which that's just more
Yes.
time on the stuff.
So even if she was a Japanese citizen, she would have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So-
I think the best case for the ones who couldn't make it to this last audition, they might get like a leg up in future generation auditions
Mm.
at best.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's pretty amazing that they're pushing ahead with this during the coronavirus anyway. So
I mean, they have to do it at some point, right?
Yeah, they probably like want to get this done and like revealed probably by like the actual 10th anniversary. That's probably gonna be like their big reveal for 10th
So-
anniversary. Maybe,
yeah,
like,
so
the 7th
third-
Gen.
if third generation like pass fail has been announced, does that mean this is basically will be the final set of members? Or is
No.
there one? Is there-
So it depends, right? So usually like after the third is like you get pretty much everyone already. But they sometimes do like a selection. So these are like the curry, like the temporary passers.
Yeah, so the short list.
Yeah, the short list. And then they do another one. It depends on the gen though. I think although I think they've done it for 5th and 6th where they do selections. I think in 4th they didn't do a selection.
Is it the thing where they will like train together for around 2 weeks or something like that?
Yes. That's the one that Yamane what's her name?
Suzuha.
Suzune?
Yeah.
Yeah, she passed 5th gen. At that point. But then after 2 weeks she got cut.
Mm.
So
Yeah, we're almost there basically.
yeah, we're almost there. So after 2 weeks, they're gonna be training for 2 weeks, and then they'll do a selection, and then I don't know when they're gonna announce it though.
Like the selection or like the reveal the members, the finalists.
Reveal the members.
I
Like
think that's
they're
probably
never they're never gonna announce a selection. By the way.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm saying it's probably gonna be their 10th anniversary, like big reveal. Even if like they don't do an actual concert, like if they do like a stream or
Yeah,
whatever,
you know what?
bullshit.
I guess so because you know what? I think in real life,
Teppei
like
Tai, yeah.
in the non-corona world, the plan was probably to reveal them during like summer concerts.
Or Spring Fest even.
No, that's too early.
The spring concert and
Yeah.
Happening Fest.
That was too early, I think. February was when they suspended the whole thing. They suspended the whole thing around end of February, early March. So, I mean, I guess they could have made it to Akarin Fest. You know what? Maybe you're right. Akarin Fest or like some of the spring concerts.
Well, those were back to back those days. It was like
Oh, yeah,
Happening
yeah.
Fest, and the next day was
Okay.
spring concert.
Yeah, maybe it was a spring concert. Maybe they were going to reveal them at the spring
And that's would have
concert.
been like where they would have revealed like Datte Datte Datte, presumably as well. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Azusa was revealed during the spring concert.
Mm.
And I guess like the timing kind of matches up. Although I think 6th gen was in July and 5th gen was in October-ish, something like that. Or July? No, wait. It's like May.
Fifth gen was what, 7th anniversary or 8th anniversary? 7th anniversary?
No, they were
6th
Milky Graduation.
Milky Graduation.
Just before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that's your 7th gen update.
Yep. All right. So next we got Geoff changed this around. I wrote this originally. It's like Shobu Marin play plus Chihhi is how I wrote it.
Please. Chihhi's the lead
Chihhi
role.
plus Shobu Marin play, but actually it's just like a play, and both members are in it.
Was it like a real play or another one of those like Zoom plays?
It was in person. It was gonna be
Yeah.
So Chihhi and Marin were gonna be in the Osaka shows, and then there's gonna be a separate cast in the Tokyo shows.
Yeah, and I think the members from 22-7, another idol group, they were going to be in those Tokyo ones.
Shout out to Matt.
Yep.
So basically, yeah. So this play is like a sequel, I think, to a play that Antan did last year, or like earlier last year. I guess. Yeah.
It's probably last year.
Very late last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called like Yusha Seiyan. It's like a kind of like video game themed, video game like adventure theme or something. There's a lot of pixel art.
Kind of like the, was it Yoshimoto? Not Yoshimoto. The Brave Hero. The ones like Yoshihiko, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like production values are probably like very, very different.
Yeah, so it was gonna be at the end of August, but then with coronavirus cases rising in, they've already postponed it to January 2021. So they like started sales one day and then had to stop it. So it's just really frustrating to have Chihhi have another play affected. Her previous play was outright canceled. So, but at least they rescheduled this one, and they hadn't like gone through rehearsals yet, so it's not too big of a loss.
Like the play that got canceled was like fucking gut punch.
So it was the day before the first show, and they'd already gone through a month of rehearsal. And then the like playwright guy got coronavirus later anyway.
So it was a good thing they didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so the weird thing is that Nanaho still has a play going on in Osaka at the end of the month.
That hasn't been canceled yet?
Nope. Well, actually, they said, like, they have a disclaimer, like, oh, it may be canceled, and then in that case, we'll send you a DVD of a recording.
Oh my god!
you can't get refunded, but we'll send you a DVD instead.
I was gonna say, that sounds like a bait and switch.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like they're planning on a bait and switch.
Yeah. But that's how it is these days, I guess.
Yeah, they have to make some money somewhere, I guess.
So I guess speaking of plays, there's another play thing that NMB is doing. It's not an actual in-person play. So this is like, I guess SKE did this as well. So it's online no mi. It's like an online play reading a reading of a play over Zoom, and you have to pay for this. Apparently, it's like what, 1,000 yen, and they're doing like multiple days, like 6 days. It's 2 separate groups.
I think what's hilarious is that they have like limited slots too.
And like the time slots are weird. They're like it's like 10 p.m. and then like 11 p.m. or 9 p.m. and like 11 p.m.
9 and 11. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is it so late?
It's a horror play, like psychological horror, and the page even says like, "Oh, please watch alone in your room with the lights off."
I mean, these aren't like talented actresses anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Hey. There's 10 members in this.
Yeah. And like the name Online Nomi, and like they're using like the kanji on as in like Ju-on, like the grudge.
Yeah.
So that's probably I guess like what's going with.
I mean, yeah. It's a hustle, I guess. Like, so I don't.
If it's I'm wondering if it's doing late, like against 2 separate shows, are these both gonna be like live, or are they gonna be like pre-recorded over Zoom?
They have to be live, right?
Yeah, that's just like seems.
I mean, this is why you're paying 1,000. You're not paying 1,000 yen for a recording. Yeah, I hope not. What the fuck?
I bought 2 shows, so I'll let you know if they're exactly the same.
Full report. But you only bought the Chihhi ones, right? You didn't buy the other one.
Of course, the Anchu one. Did you buy the Anchu one?
Thinking about it. We'll see. I only have a few days. So actually, these are you'll be able to listen to. You'll be able to see these. I think it's like overseas, right? You can watch it from anywhere. It's online.
Yeah, it's online. It doesn't matter.
But these are
although it seems like they only accept credit cards, so we don't know if it's one of those stupid things that only accepts Japanese credit cards.
Yeah. But anyway, these are so July 31st, August 1st, August 2nd, August 7th, August 8th, and August 9th are the dates for these. And it looks like they have like a separate one for like the talk show thing on the 9th. Like
after all 6 shows, the members will have a talk show.
Yeah, that's at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. But yeah, looks like it could be interesting. Oh, Mikana's in the one with Anchu, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. Why? I'm not gonna spend 1,000 yen on that.
Next news. So coronavirus in the NMB Store. Just run around rampant, just touching everything, coughing on everything. No, actually, it's a staff member at the NMB Store. So like the little like actual physical store, just like down the road from the NMB theater.
Yeah, I mean it has the NMB name, but it's not really affiliated.
It's like the old one. Because this used to be where you'd get like all the birthday shirts and goods.
Yeah, this is the
like,
real one.
leftovers.
This is the real like brick and mortar official merchandise store.
Yeah,
and it's like the only one left apparently. I didn't know that.
Yeah, of the 48 groups. Yeah.
Yeah. So one staff member inside was affected. It won't really affect NMB directly because other than the name. Because it's not like these store staff interact with members or anything.
Sometimes they have like the special events where like the members like will come in and like work the register or something.
It's like once in a year or something.
Yeah.
Definitely not happening now.
Yes,
not happening now. I mean, like generally, like to be fair, like the store is like usually is really dead. Like the only time it's like actually like bumping is like when like the new
photos come out.
Photo setup, which I think now that's all been converted over to the new online official store. So
or Sayaka birthday. So whenever Sayaka would release her birthday shirt, right? Like the lines to get into this store would be crazy. It would like go across Namba.
I see.
Towards the highway.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the only times I've seen like a lot of people here in this store. Sayaka birthday or photos.
But now, actually, like last time I went there, I was like for the Gaiden show back in January, and it's like all the stuff they have there is like really old.
Yeah, it's like inventory they're trying to get rid of.
Yeah, but it's like not like priced down or anything. It's still like full price.
Yes,
it was like brand new, and it's just
it's stupid too because like let's say you're going to a show, right, and then you're like, oh shit, I want an uchiwa and I want some pen lights. So you go to the NMB store, and then they don't have uchiwa because it's sold out.
Mm-hmm. Sold out, or it's like members who are still graduated already,
Yeah, or like some really, really unpopular members.
Yeah.
So it was pointless. But a lot of Wota still go there, of course. I mean, it's the only thing to do if you're there.
Yeah, before or after a theater show.
Before, yeah, well, after it would be closed, so it would have to be before.
Yeah, and they also have like that thing like you can like win a theater show. There's like the raffle. Get the little like application form, but I've done it a couple times, but never won.
Oh, that's for like people who have never gotten.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're blocked anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Nagisa got a mention on Ametalk. It's like a comedy, some kind of variety program.
Oh my god, it's like the most famous. It's the most famous like comedy program in Japan. It's I think Craig watches this like religiously, and it has nothing to do with idols. It's just like, you know, comedy. It's just a bunch of like comedians like talking about a certain topic. And one of the topics is about MCs. So these are comedians who have their own TV shows, and they were asked like, "Oh, who?" So you know how they have peanut galleries in Japanese variety shows, right?
Yep.
So it's called Hinadan. So the question was what person, if they're on the peanut gallery, you feel that you feel good about it because you know that you're gonna have a good show. And then one of the comedians, he's kind of famous, like Kawashima or something, and
okay, yeah.
He said like Shibuya Nagisa NMB 48, and there's like, oh. And then, so the one other comedian, it's Chidori Nobu. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Like, I totally agree with you. Like, she's like, so good. And they were like, they really praised her, basically, her ability basically to come up with like really funny comments. And there was, and like I think the main guy at Kawashima was like, he was kind of exaggerating. I don't know, he really likes Nagisa. He was like, oh, if you're in Kansai, there's not even a day doesn't go by when you're not seeing her. She's like, so popular. So that joke about in 8th anniversary, Matt, where Nagisa was like, the super famous like Kansai comedian.
Yeah, or like talent or whatever.
Yeah, and I so it's actually coming through.
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
So I look forward to Sayaka dyeing her hair white, and also for Renapion to come back.
Yeah. So I mean, assuming this is like the Kawashima that I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think because both he and Nagisa, they're both on Toriniku, Tennan no Niku. Like,
oh yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that
Same
probably
guy.
explains why he knows her.
Yeah. And I think Nagisa also guested on like one of his shows recently, which is probably why she was fresh on his mind.
Yeah.
And also Chidori is like super popular nowadays. And they actually host the STU show, I think, and Nagisa guested there once. And I guess like she left like a very good impression. So yeah, she got like news articles written about it, and she was like so happy.
Yeah, she works really hard. She's always like watches all these comedy shows and studies them, how to be funny.
Yeah, I actually read an interview with her, and she says like her hobby is actually listening to net radio. So that's the thing, like they don't have podcasts in Japan. They call them net radio. It's the exact same thing. But she says like her hobby is to like listen to like these CDs from comedians. And she's like really, really good. She studies a lot. And that like Downtown Hamada actually really likes her. So that's good.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back in a few seconds. And we are back. So next we're going to talk about some live stream stuff that's been happening over the past month. First up is the Mahjong NMB phone app, smartphone game. So there's a couple things from this. First off, so Anchu, she got first place in the... She and Ayan got first place in the May contest, which meant they got their commercial to air in July, which... Good job for Anchu. She really wanted to get her commercial to play in July because that's when her birthday is.
No thanks to Matt.
No thanks to me because I didn't play any Mahjong. So actually, that commercial is kind of funny. Like it has like some weird like phrases, like it was like nightmare.
No, but they make up some ridiculous name.
Yeah,
like, that would be in like an anime. Like,
yeah, like sort of like her like special technique or whatever. Yeah, and then it was like a shot of her screaming. And it's like old. That's when I realized like these like commercials actually are really old because like she has like short hair in these. So like these must have been like filmed like back in.
Yeah.
This was filmed
October,
like early last year or something.
Yeah, all of them were filmed last year.
Yeah.
Because I remember people talking about them filming this, and then they're saying like, "Oh, is Yuuri gonna be joining the filming?" Because that was when she announced graduation. That would mean like, oh my god, when was this? It would be like
you would have started playing Mahjong just to get her commercial to play.
No, I don't think I would need to though, because like so for the longest time, like Yuuri didn't join the thing, right? But she was number 1, even though she wasn't doing anything, and she wasn't part of the contest. Because they had like a bunch of Craigs that play with Yuuri as their Oshiman.
Yeah. Anyway, so that happened, and I guess also the same month as this, when Anchu's commercial was like in the running, they also has other contests happening where the top 10 members would have a like fan talk event, over Zoom or stream or whatever. Showroom was actually how we saw it. And of those members, that's why I was getting kind of worried about Anchu not winning, because
and yet you did nothing.
I did nothing still, but I was like still like cheering from the sidelines.
Moral support.
Yeah, it's like Ryan and the Yankees, you know.
Damn it.
Anyway, yeah. So this basically is like it's competition. It's like Ion and Kokona were like second and third. I was like, oh man, if either of these like overtake Anju, I'd be really pissed because A, they already got the commercials to air. Yeah. B, fuck Ion and Kokona. Multiple times, yeah.
Kokona keeps winning, right?
Yeah.
She keeps winning. Gets up there.
Yeah.
Because of Craig.
Yeah. Damn it, Craig.
Snowman 557. So anyway, this talk show stuff they actually did it last weekend or weekend before, and you got it was 3 fans per member, and it was like randomly selected from the pool of people who. Was it randomly selected, or was it just like top scorers?
Top 3.
So
right?
It was the top 100 in a member. Like they're ranked, and then based on their points, the more points you have, the more entries into the lottery to win this fan meeting you got. And then there were like 2 or 3 sessions with 3 or 4 fans each. And then on Showroom they broadcast one of these sessions for everyone to watch. So how they did it was they had the member and Shirai-san, who's like a staff member from the Mahjong game company, sitting together like on a couch in the NMB studio.
Was it NMB studio, or was it like the show? It looked like the showroom studio because they had like the bear.
No. It's the NMB. It's actually the.
Well, it's like where they do Shabikuri Hour, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. They do a lot of wine and stuff here.
No, this is the dance studio.
Yeah, the dance studio.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, they had the laptop in front of the member with the 3 or 4 fans who were in the fan meeting. And then we saw only the member and the back of the laptop.
Yeah.
So we can see the member like talking to the fans.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting, I thought. Like you could get a glimpse of what it's like to have a handshake with those members. So like Miru was super like, you know, excited and like really engaging with her fans. She like leans into the laptop and like smiles and waves.
Shows her cleavage.
And like get flirts with the fans and try to get
Yeah.
them to say, aishiteru, miru aishiteru.
Yeah.
And I guess one fan's like too embarrassed to say it. And she kept on like kind of like pushing him to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna like be one of these people who like gets in that, like you should be like totally into whatever the member wants you to do, like especially if you're like being put like in front of everyone else to watch.
It's funny. Some of the winners actually said like, "Oh, you're actually not my Oshi, but I played and I supported you in this mahjong contest."
Like, wasn't that for like Mikana? Someone in Mikana's?
I think multiple members it happened. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That was like kind of awkward.
Yeah. So like most of them are like regulars at handshake events, so the member knows them, and so they were talking like super friendly. So like Saipi had 2 fans from Korea calling in, and she was like speaking Korean with them, showing off. It was pretty fun because like the for the Chihhi fan meeting, I knew like 3 out of the 4 people
who joined.
So I recognized their voices, so I know who was actually in it.
So why didn't you get picked, Jeff?
Because I finished like 70th place or something. I'm not gonna spend that much money on this app.
I think it's really really sad that like they need to use basically these girls as bait for these apps.
Hey, it worked. Like I would not have paid attention to Mahjong otherwise. Yeah. And even then I still didn't play it.
You at least watch her Mahjong streams now.
No, I don't. Only like the one time she did it, because she doesn't do it anymore because it's just too much work. She got in trouble for it. And I got in trouble for it. And won't talk about that again though. I did watch Anchu's like fan meeting thing. And it's really funny. She's like screaming and freaking out all over the starts sitting on the floor in front of the sofa. Look at the laptop. It's just really funny.
I mean, she's always like that, I guess.
Yeah, it's super like
I think she went over time also.
Probably. Yeah, they're all interesting. I don't think I guess there are archives, like unofficial archives, you can probably find on YouTube if you want to check those out. But yeah, I guess anyway, they're doing another thing with this Mahjong app. Another contest. I guess Geoff, you know more about this.
Yeah, I think they're basically just doing the commercials again. So another chance for like new members to get a commercial filmed. It'll be like the first month will be a pre-qualifying contest where the top 10 finishers will actually get their commercial filmed if they haven't filmed one the previous year.
Yeah, that's the caveat. Yeah, they can't. So no previous winners, right?
Yeah, unless the previous winner gets first or second, then they will film again. So
Coconut and Ion are gonna get.
Yep, Ion and Coconut.
And then 8 new winners.
Yep, probably.
And this is like opt-in, right? Like the members actually had to like.
Yeah, they had to announce on Twitter. So.
I mean, it doesn't hurt them, right? So.
Yeah, I mean the members try to play along, so it motivates the Wota more to play as well. So it's a time sink for everyone. Yeah. So here we go again.
Is Chihhi doing it?
Yeah,
she already got a commercial, right?
She announced. Yeah, so she announced, but if you already filmed a commercial last year and you get top 10, you'll just get it re-aired again. So I don't know if like Ian and Coconut are locks for 1 and 2, it'll be tough.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for the Mahjong corner. We'll be back next month with more Mahjong talk.
You're gonna get like really salty Geoff next time.
Wait, is that contest only this month? Is it finished this month or start next month?
August is gonna be the pre-qualifying round.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll hear more battles between him and Craig's imposter. Next up, we got the second part of probably the greatest YNN production ever. That is Tokiremo 2.
Like it's a shame that like their environment was like so shit because it was howling really bad. So I think only Anchu was remote. Everyone was in the same place, and they were trying to pipe in Anchu's voice into the thing, and it was just like echoing like crazy.
So anyway, this is like just remind you guys what Tokiremo was. It's the live dating sim game that they did over YNN with Anchu as like the protagonist, the male character, Ishizuka Akataro.
Yeah.
And they had a mostly new cast of girls this time. So
because she moved.
She moved to a new town. And is it still the same year? Or did she go up a year? I think it's still the same year. I think she's still like 17, still second year student.
Yeah, she's still second year.
Yeah, she moved to a new town, it's a new school, new girls, and so we had Saipi, Anon, Mikana, and Ayatin,
yeah.
Ayatin as like the regulars.
With the secret character.
And then they had a secret character. And this one just seemed like kind of hard. Like she kept on like failing. I guess because there was more dumb answers. Like I think like the YNN staffs, they like started leaning more into like the dumb answers, and so that baited the audience to vote for that one instead. So she actually was doing really poorly in this one.
Yeah, and I was actually surprised she actually won.
So we should probably talk about that, like the secret character.
Yeah.
So the secret character.
No. Like talk about like the rules for the secret character first.
Oh, they had a thing, yeah. So I guess on the Nico Nico or YNN, they have like the points, the gift point system or whatever.
It's like showroom.
Showroom, yeah. So similar to that, like so you throw in money, or I think you get points just for watching as well. Basically, it had like different tiers. I think it was like 10,000, like 50,000, 100,000, or something like that.
Yeah. So 10,000 was
like unlock the character and it's like one costume. 50,000 unlocked another costume is like so like school uniform, and then like the last one was made uniform. The 100,000 was made uniform, made costume.
Yeah. And the hilarious thing was like, so you don't know if they're gonna hit it or not, right? So that means they didn't actually plan for it.
But then they did. Like it was like over time, like near the end, they eventually hit the goal.
Yeah.
And so they had like kind of improvised, or like, okay, crap, okay, let's do it. So like when actually that came in, it was like kind of abrupt.
Yeah. So I guess one of them actually showed up during the date, right?
Yeah. So I think that was just like the secret character.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we'll just mention the secret character was Wakapon.
Yeah. And it was her birthday. Actually, like people were saying that like YNN NMB was like playing dirty because they introduced like an avenue for Wota to spend money, and it was during Wakapon's birthday.
Yeah, so it's a birthday present for her, even though it's kind of the worst present. What it ended up being.
Yeah. They made her cosplay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just funny because so they had a secret character. Like one of the dating options was Wakapon, but it was just Abe Wakana. It wasn't the same character from the first. There's two Wakapons, right?
Well, the first one was the same character. The wife.
The wife, yeah. But then there's also her as a student.
Yeah, there's the Abe Wakana, who is a different character.
Yeah, and but Anchu was like, it's like, hey, I know you. And then I was like, what? No, it's the first time we've met. with Wakapon, the student, and then and I guess like. She failed the interaction with her by like saying, "Oh, it's your birthday. I got you some Rakugo tickets."
Yeah.
And then like I guess that would have been like the right answer, but then it's like, wait, why do you know I like Rakugo? Your stalker creeper ran away. She scared her away.
It was really funny. It's like every time. So this was as Matt said, it was like much harder now because like Anchu would meet the girl for the first time, right?
Yeah.
And then like the next time she meets them, like they would be on a date.
Yeah.
But then every single time she goes on a date with a girl, like Wakapon always shows up.
Yeah, the wife Wakapon.
The wife Wakapon always shows up.
From part one would always show up.
And it was really funny because like at first she was like really surprised, like, "Hell, oh, what are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And then like actually after like the third time, she was like really, really, really angry.
Yeah, it's like, get out of here, Connor Baba.
And it was like I think like Anon was like, "Oh, who was that? I have no idea."
Yeah, it was just really funny. It's like,
I think the thing with like this kind of live stream is like it's fun because it's interactive, right? I mentioned this last time too, and after watching the second one, like I can like safely say like the only reason that it's funny is because Anchu was there.
Yeah, it's
like she doesn't get a lot of like credit for it, but because like people keep talking about like Wakapon, right?
Yeah, or like the other members. Like honestly, like when I saw like the roster for like this list, I'm like, oh man, it's like a huge downgrade from last time because last time it was like Kokana, Nagisa, Wakapon, I guess.
Hey, Mikana is on this.
Saipi.
That's for you though. so like I saw this list, I'm like, oh, Saipi, I'm like, I don't care about these members. But then like Anchu definitely like carries the whole show.
Yeah.
She does because like Saipi, Mikana, Anon like suck at like comedy, right? They have no comedic timing whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it was like really, really carried by Anchu, and it's really funny like how she does it too, right? She always reacts to stuff.
Yeah, I think one time like she called out like YNN like like directly. It's like, YNN, really? You're putting these two answers here?
Yeah. What was really funny too is like when she was starting the game, she was like, "Oh, I hope that bug where the background disappears is fixed in this version." Because it happened last time, right? The green screen actually like collapsed.
Yeah, so then I guess like the kind of spoiler tease, I guess, is like they did actually got the final reward on the show, the 100,000 points, and so that was Wakapon was a maid
Wakapon,
maid costume, yeah. So actually one of the scenes was her going to a maid cafe with Wakapon. And I guess this was more embarrassing for Wakapon because they made her do like the Moi Moi Kyun. And like Wakapon was just like so embarrassed the whole time. And like Anchu kept on like making, no, you gotta do it again, do it better. Made her do like 3 times. And I think Ayatine was like on the date with her at the time, and like Ayatine's like, okay, yo, like Anchu, you're being really weird about this. we gotta move on.
Tokiremo was really good. Like I don't know how much longer they can keep up doing it because eventually people are gonna get tired of it, right?
Yeah, or they have the same gag over and over again of like, I mean, obviously this was a really good gag of just Wakapon keeping on showing up and ruining the date for Anchu.
Yeah. But it's gonna be like if there's a third one and it's still Wakapon like as the wife character, like people are gonna get tired of it.
Yeah, I think probably what the idea was like if whoever like was the winner or whoever won
the previous one,
it would be carried on to the next one.
And then it's gonna be Wakapon again.
Yeah, because she ended up winning Wakapon again as the maid, and like actually it was a good ending, but it was like a weird like friend zone answer. It was like, oh yeah, like hey, I want you to be my slave again, or
no, it was like can you I love you or whatever, right? Let's always be together. And then Wakapon's like, oh, then I look forward to you coming to my store every day.
Yeah. And then that ended up being like the good answer, the good ending.
Yeah. Oh,
so that's so cute. Yeah.
Matt, put breaking news here.
We got breaking news.
They're gonna be releasing NMB recipe book.
This was on the Takeda BBQ stream just now.
Yeah, as in just now.
Because we're recording this while Takeda BBQ is at the behest of Geoff and Ryan because they both love that show.
Yes. So they just announced that an NMB recipe book is gonna be.
Now, is this like recipes from that show, or is it gonna be like member individual recipes? Because they've done that before, like at the AKB handshake events. Like that was like the special like sign card is you get like a recipe of the member. And I remember like Ion being like miso soup or something really fucking like generic, and I was really
pissed off.
Yeah.
That's one of the fun things about like those AKB bullshit things is like they would post they would put it on a wall, right? Like the answers from the members.
Yeah, you can see all of them. So even the members you didn't actually get tickets for, didn't win, you can still see them.
Yeah. Like Anchu's would be really funny because like she would be like, you know,
cup ramen or something.
Yeah, cup ramen.
I think that was someone's member was cup ramen. I remember who, but but yeah, breaking news. I guess so. On the topic of Takeda BBQ, we can actually talk about they've been doing some more streams of that as usual. Still like having a rotating cast, but even like the regulars have been getting rotated out. Like there's one of them, so I think it was Ion and then 2 other members, but then Momone, she wanted to be on still, so she was doing a showroom of her doing the same stuff they're doing on the Takeda BBQ.
Yeah, it was Ayan, Amirun, and
Capone maybe.
No, Renata. But anyways, whatever, it doesn't matter. But like, actually, Momone did it twice.
Yeah.
Like she did the showroom while they were doing Takeda BBQ, and she was cooking. And actually, like Hinacho did it too.
Yeah.
So they're saying like, oh, it's a big like, you know, they're really fighting over this show.
At first it's like over the 3rd position, but now it's like the 2nd position, I guess, or
because I mean, I guess like the point is that they would alternate it up, change it up a bit, right?
Yeah.
You can't have like actual regulars.
And so I guess the people who are watching this live, they'd had to have like multiple streams opened.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
Actually, Ayan did it too, right? When she was having Zoom calls, like she wasn't there for the live stream, but then at night she actually cooked the whole thing, and posted it on Twitter.
So then I guess like we just kind of talk about this breaking news part. So they actually did just do a Takeda BBQ stream while we were recording, and I guess this one was sponsored, and they actually had a special guest on. So it was sponsored by JFA, the Japan Fishery Association, and they were cooking some special fish, actual fish from
Shiga, from the Biwa Lake. Yeah. So I guess JFA the Japan Fisheries Association, not the Japan Football Association, wanted to promote, I guess, fish.
or Shiga, or Lake Biwa.
Yeah, some like tourism stuff like that, and then so they they collaborated with NMB for a special episode of Takeda BBQ, and they had like, this is the first time that they had like another comedian on the show. His name is like Kawashima of Legend, and yeah, so the only 2 NMB members were on there, which are the 2 regulars, Ayan and Momone. So I think it's good, like, because they're like really, really expanding this like Takeda BBQ thing. It's like the biggest hit that they got out of the whole Corona live stream thing. Like, we always talk about Tokiremo because we enjoy that much more. But I think Takeda BBQ is the real like hit out of all of them.
Because it's like infinite possibilities. I mean, you just have so many recipes and things you can cook.
Yeah, they're selling goods. They have like Takeda BBQ plates, and today they actually unveiled like the apron.
Oh yeah, the apron, and you said they had the recipe book. Yeah,
now they have the recipe book. So, and like actually, Ayan got into a Coleman commercial because the idea was like a remote barbecue thing, and
a Coleman like live stream or something, right?
I don't think it was even a live stream. It was
it
like
wasn't.
15-second thing.
Oh, okay.
So it was a commercial. It was a web commercial. Let's be clear. It's a web commercial.
A YouTube ad.
Yeah, basically.
Man, I've been getting really triggered by YouTube ads. I don't know, it's just like YouTube's new situation or like Anchu's channel or what, but like just like,
she has way too much, right?
Too many. Even on like other channels I go on, I think it's just so many ads. Like it's like 2 unskippable ads I have to sit through before I get to the video,
and then a bunch in the middle.
Yeah, it's annoying. And like there's like the pop-up ad where it just like takes up like the bottom third. Those
Oh yeah. Those are new. Those are
I'll
new.
I'll keep those on because if those as long as that's still on, it doesn't do a video.
Oh.
So I will get through because that's like one thing. If you close it, then they'll bring up a video.
I don't get any of these.
Because you ad block.
You use
ad block on Firefox.
I mean, I use AdBlock, but it would like cause issues for me. Like, get a black screen or
that happens to me too. To me too. So that's why I've turned off the ad block because
same here.
It's really annoying. Yeah.
And that's the YouTube ad complaint corner. Yeah, rant corner. We got some big stuff to talk about here. So, episode 1, season 2 is officially on the air now. Yay!
Have either of you watched it?
Yes.
I watched episode 1.
You watched episode 1, season 2, episode 1?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't watch it because I didn't want to watch Suchan.
Yeah, I watched both of them. So as of this recording, actually, as of this recording, only 2, but I think the third one actually will be literally up after this goes up. So by the time you hear the first 3 episodes, will be up. So episode 1, season 2, episode 1. So what they're doing with the actual the outside of the drama part is episode 1 committee or TV station. Something went wrong basically in the year or so, and now the main president guy, he's like homeless, and is like living like in this like empty building. But then like his like vice president guy finds him, and they're like, hey, let's start up the episode 1 club again. It's like a weird take from what they're doing with the previous
I think they had to give an excuse to use a warehouse for social distancing.
Yeah, that's like probably the real reason why.
So what was the excuse? Like they got kicked out of the studio?
I guess the TV station failed. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, he's like homeless, living on cardboard and stuff. So there's this whole like subplot with that, and that's really funny. Like at the end of each episode, like Nagisa is trying to like hook up with the president. It's like, oh, are you staying here? And then like Nagisa's asking, are you staying here? And he's like, oh, no, I wouldn't stay here. It's weird. He's like, well, and then she like figures out, oh, you're homeless, right? Well, you can stay at my place. And that's like that's when the actual episode ends. And then the second episode, like it follows up on that. It's like Nagisa's like, oh, you never came to my place to stay, so I'm gonna stay here tonight. And then the guy is like, no, you can't stay here. It's concrete. There's like not enough cardboard here for you to sleep on.
They have that weird subplot, right?
Yeah,
that
right.
Just keeps going.
And eventually it comes down like, okay, I guess you can stay here, and you can sit on this pillow, and it's like it's his arm. But as for the actual episode 1 like dramas, so the first one is a love story starring Suchan, and like the thing they're going with this was it's a love story about confessions, but the person gets rejected. So this is like Suchan, like, so in the story, it's like a acting troupe, and Suchan is an actress, and there's it's like a love triangle of different actors, and I guess the actors try confessing to her, like, oh, do you want to go out with me? And then Suchan has this weird power. Where a shake blinks her eyes real quickly, and she can see into the heart of the person.
Yeah, she like rolls her eyes to the back of her head.
Yeah. And then she like sees into her heart and like, okay, actually, I don't want to date this guy because he loves me.
What does Shin do?
She's just like Suchan's friend, and they have like a couple talk scenes.
Yeah,
I see.
That episode ends with like some guy asks her out. She does like the blinky eye thing, but the guy doesn't love her. So she's like, "Oh, you don't love me. That means I can love you. But also, you're not my type." So she runs away.
Yeah, this is really.
It's like the Anchu episode, I guess, from season 1, where there was like a big cliffhanger with like the new guy showing up.
Yeah, kinda. But this guy, I guess, apparently he's like actually like a secret government agency that's like looking into people who have this kind of power, because I guess he has the same power as well. And that's kind of what they're teasing at, like, for the next episode if they did that. And
that's like unnecessarily convoluted.
Yeah. As for the other one, the second episode or second part is with Wakapon, and this is a yokai drama, so about like Japanese like ghosts and spirits. And Wakapon is like, I guess her family, they're all yokai, and they are what's it called? It's like the demon that likes to lick the dirty parts of bathrooms.
I
And
have
like
no
they
idea
just
what that is.
yeah, they just find out like about they tell her that it's your 18th birthday, so we're going to tell you that you're a yokai. We're all yokai, and actually it kind of has like this weird thing where like Wakapon's sister, the younger sister, like licks stuff really weirdly, and then her mother also licks stuff really funny. So yeah, that's kind of it's actually really funny though, that drama.
So do you recommend both of them?
Yeah, I recommend both of them. I think I like the Wakapon one better, just because it's kind of funny.
It's unfortunate it's in Japanese though.
It's unfortunate Japanese, but so people in the NMB Discord, international Discord, we've been subbing this stuff, and actually, so TEPPEN subs is back.
Is it actually TEPPEN subs, or did you just like steal this and then put the TEPPEN subs
I
name on it?
I asked him, "Hey, is it okay if we put this on TEPPEN subs?" And they're like, "Yeah, totally." So it's so as why TEPPEN subs presents it. So like we're producing, or not producing, but
I mean, TEPPEN subs
distributing
is
it, I
always
guess.
like rotating cast anyway. Right?
Yeah,
The few people who are actually willing to translate NMB stuff.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, you can check.
I'm looking at it now, and like Craig barely said anything when he posted it. He just like put it up, and then that was
Episode
it.
2, yeah, the second one he didn't really say anything. The first one he kind of said like, "Oh, hey, some people in the Discord brought this up."
Well, it's good. At least stuff is getting translated.
So it's getting translated. I guess like when I think the first one went up, like I guess I saw a couple posts on Twitter, like, "Holy shit, TEPPEN subs is back!" Like some people on Twitter were saying that. So
Really, were they actually saying?
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Like,
or I got messaged. So yeah, if you're interested in these dramas, you should definitely check them out. There is a sub now, so you have less excuse to not watch them. Yeah.
Someone's gonna make up another excuse, man. So, okay, you said like, oh, we want a question from the community, right? So here's the question for the community: what kind of content do you want to see? So what kind of content do you enjoy? So I know that like Joe had this like whole thing before where like he wants to reach out to the community, blah blah blah, but then it's like he doesn't really know what the community wants. So what do you want to see sub? Not that we will sub it for you, but
give us an idea of what like kind of we're just kind of reaching out. Like
no, I mean like it's a conversation, right? Like
yeah.
No, I'm not even saying that we will sub anything. I'm just saying
what content interests you that you like to see be subbed.
Yeah. So what's stopping you from watching stuff, right? Like for example, like the Manabu-kun stuff. Oh, Manabu-kun is boring. I don't want to learn stuff. Fine, but then
show's canceled anyway. So
yes, show's canceled anyway. Do you like? I mean, I assume people like bingo, right? So do you just really want them to do like the bingo stuff?
Like variety.
As in exactly the bingo stuff. Because like for example, like episode 1 is like a very
it's drama.
It is and it isn't. It's
comedy
comedy
drama. It's comedy. Yeah, it's kind of like what Gaining in the beginning was, right?
Basically, yeah. It's basically Gaining without the comedy
parts. I mean, but it still has comedy though, like the non-drama part, like that.
No. I mean, I'm saying the non-scripted parts.
Yeah.
They removed the non-scripted parts of Gaining basically, and just played the drama part straight.
Yeah, at least that was like for the first season, 2 seasons they did that, and then like the third season I think it was just
gave up the drama
comedy.
Part.
Yeah, it's just all comedy, like gag, improv stuff.
Yeah, and yeah. Anyways, I think episode 1 is like the content that we are looking for. Like, yeah, if you're a fan. But
yeah, and I'm thinking also like because we did this with the 6D3, like the documentary. So assuming they do one for 7th Gen, we could probably like do some kind of subbing for that. If they assume they do a documentary for that as well.
7th Gen, probably. Yeah. They
which
will
probably
do a
won't be. Yeah, won't be until like after it's debuted and stuff. So either later this year or next year is probably when that would be happening.
Yeah, but the thing is like there's no more Kawayan. So
what's you got it on right now?
That's YNN. That's why YNN.
Yeah, if I just put on YNN probably.
Yeah, I hope so. Like the thing is, like these things probably cost a lot of money, right? So I hope they spend money on it. Like YNN doesn't spend money on anything.
Yeah, obviously. Like even like the current Yugata iteration is all Zoom calls. But that's just because of the current situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, I guess that's the question for the community for next time. We want to see you guys' answers in the YouTube comments or respond to us on Twitter. What content do you want to see? All right, so let's move on then. We had our batch of Zoom calls earlier this month.
Oh my god! Like how many? It's been so long. I don't even remember anymore. I don't even remember like a world without Zoom calls.
It's been 2 weeks, and I'm like kind of getting like like sweaty palms, like it's just I'm like I haven't had Zoom call in 2 weeks. I'm losing it. I'm starting to get like how I was feeling like back in like March or April, like before the stuff started.
It's been 2 months since we started the first ones in May.
Yeah. So we think maybe there's a couple things for this. Because these ones were kind of advertised like, first half of July, Zoom calls. So I'm like, okay, that means we're going to do more in the second half. And they had an opportunity. They had a 4-day weekend this month. They had another weekend.
They didn't do anything.
So, and then nothing for August either. So I think maybe they're kind of wrapping up on the promotion of Datte Datte Datte. Because I think these were like Smiled On, I think, had a comment where he was thinking, maybe they sold enough copies that, they're satisfied with the number of copies that were sold from the Zoom calls. They don't need to do any more. Which
I think.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. He probably has a point. Like, what? I don't think. Yeah.
But you still have like almost like 3 weeks, maybe a month even.
It's kind of
that. You could
it
still
would be too rushed to squeeze in another 2 weeks.
Maybe on their schedule, like they have a new single.
Yeah, that's probably it. And there's also, I think, because like other groups are starting this whole like other chat thing where it has a better system of actually you win the ones you pay for the ones you actually win.
Yeah.
Maybe they're starting to get some backlash from that.
Yeah, maybe they figured, what, because of this, like
we can only get away with this 3 times. We can't keep on doing it.
Yeah, basically, like the other people are gonna be doing these
calls.
These calls, like 1:1, right? One CD, one call. So we can't really keep selling these, or because we're gonna get like smashed.
We can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah, basically.
So maybe they're trying to figure out what they're going to be doing next with the next single. But I think also they can't really like announce the next single before this one is out because you're going to be killing the sales, I guess. Kind of weird stuff. But also,
so the thing is, like yesterday, there was like yesterday, like people don't know what yesterday is, right? But there was a day where like Senbatsu members like were together.
Mm.
And it's like, well, why are they together? Oh, is it a new single?
Yeah, or was it filming some stuff? Or
they said it was like filming or shooting of something.
Right. Is it filming? It's not guaranteed to be filming, right?
Maybe.
It's just like Satsue or whatever, so it was just some kind of. It could have just been a photo shoot.
Yeah, it could have been, yeah. But yeah, so there might be something, but we don't really know what it is. I mean, for all we know, it could just be like some
magazine.
A magazine or some random videos for the NMB mobile thing has videos, right?
Oh, okay.
It could be that.
New content for that.
Yeah. So something like as minor as that is possible.
Yeah. I guess though it also makes sense that they stopped the Zoom calls because normally like if you think like the single like window, if this came out in May originally, then like July would be like the natural like cutoff point for them to have like any kind of events, like if they were still doing handshake events. So that should make sense. But then also they would have announced like a new single or something by then as well. So
that's the thing though. I don't think they can.
Yeah, until this new one is done.
Yeah,
and out August 20th. Expect the 23rd single announcement. 23rd, 24th single. You heard it here first. Okay, so then let's talk about the Zoom calls me and Geoff had. So Geoff just had Chihhi again, but you had a lot of Chihhi calls.
I had 2 on every day, so I almost ran out of stuff to talk about. But both of us like had calls on July 4th, so
Yeah.
being egregious Americans, we like told everyone, "Oh, it's it's America's birthday."
I thought like what Andy said was really hilarious. Like only Americans like think that people give a shit about their Independence Day.
It's the most important day.
I mean, clearly it is.
Yeah, so I did like, so I had 6 calls that day actually. So of different members, 6 different members. Yeah, I set my background to American flag, and basically it's like, hey, if no one brought it up, I would have not talked about it. So I was with Coconut. I didn't talk about America. I didn't talk about 4th of July with her.
Who was the one who just laughed through the whole thing? Was it Harakaren?
That was a different one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a different one. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, about Harakaren. Yeah, she also she talked about it for a while. She's like, oh, a very important day. Congratulations. Nagisa saying happy birthday to America, and that was really funny. And then Wakapon. So that one actually is probably my highlight maybe of the whole day. So before, my idea of doing this, okay, I'm going to do a Wakapon news segment on Independence Day in 20 seconds or so. So before I was like, okay, I was going to put on my glasses, and then 10 minutes before the call, I'm like, no, let's make this even dumber. So I put on a suit and my glasses. So I'm wearing this whole suit, and I'm sweating the whole time because it's hot in here. I had to turn off the air conditioner. And then I gave her the whole spiel about Independence Day. I think I was watching. It's she was realizing what was happening, and she started just smiling, thought this was hilarious. And it's Mashi-san news.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that. That would have pissed me off though. She called me Matt.
Whatever.
Matthew.
I was whatever. Even I said I was going along with her. And
there's a second call you've had with her, right? So
yeah, the second one. So I think she remembered me, and then okay, let's make this a thing to remember.
I guess because you've never told her your name was Matt, right?
Yeah, so she's just going by the display name on the Zoom.
Yeah.
So but that's really funny.
She really appreciated it, so that's fine. That's good.
I think that's worth it. That's why it's worth it. Yeah. And then I guess for the other thing that Ryan was alluding to, so one of the other calls was with Harakaren, and it was one of the week. It was a weeknight one. I think it was July 9th, which apparently is roller coaster day. So I set my background to this Zoom background, this video of a bunch of teddy bears sitting in a roller coaster, and it's a front, a perspective, you're in the front seat, and it's going forward, so you see everything behind you. You see it going through the track behind.
I've seen this video. It's really funny.
Yeah, I showed it to you. Yeah, it's a minute long. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I had that as my background, and I had a call of Harakaren, and they're oh, it's roller coaster day, and she just laughing the whole time.
she wasted your 3,000 yen, man.
No, it was only 1,000 yen for that one.
Oh.
I only did one ticket for her. But I think also basically that backfired on me, but also went as it should have. Backfired in the sense I didn't get to talk about what I wanted to talk about, but also it gave the right...
I think it was a good interaction.
Yeah,
I would have enjoyed it in a handshake and in a real event.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can only do in a Zoom event, right?
Exactly.
So I think it was really good. Some people probably wouldn't have liked it because they weren't able to talk because you know she just laughed through the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's really funny. Yeah,
but also, it is based on your perspective, right? So are you just looking for to say something, or are you looking for a shared experience?
Yeah,
I think
response.
This was a good.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it gets very philosophical, right? Does it matter if you tell her oh, I really like you, or I always support you, or whatever?
Or here's a dumb picture of some
bears on a roller coaster. So I mean it depends, right? I guess for Harakaren probably it's fine that you just had a funny conversation.
Yeah.
Because I always think about that. I won't take too long with this point, but I always think about saying to the girl, oh, I really like you, that show you were on yesterday was really good, or stuff like that. Does it matter?
That's such a typical response message.
It's a template, right? It's a template because they're gonna. Okay, so if you say, "Oh, I listened to your radio show yesterday," I'm not singling you out, Geoff, but I'm saying that I listened to your radio show yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, thank you," and then you know that like at least like 10 other people said the same thing,
Yeah.
right? So I guess you're just doing that so that you feel good that she thanks you for it.
Yeah, or you're trying to like get like ninchi or whatever, like acknowledgement, like for doing something.
The thing is, like, I don't even think that gets you ninchi, because I just said 10 other people said the same thing. So how does that get you ninchi?
Well, I mean, I think
you're one of those 10 people. That's it.
It's over a long period of time, right? They realize that you're always, watching their shows. Yeah, I guess so. Supporting them, whatever, and then you're like one of their top fans, right? That's what.
Yeah, but then I would only do that. I would only do that if I had a lot of tickets. But if I only had one ticket, I'm not gonna tell her, "Oh, I saw you on TV yesterday."
Yeah.
Because that doesn't get you ninchi, and I guess it's kind of okay for the girl, because they can shut off their brain, because it's like, oh, he's talking about the TV show, so I can give the template answer.
Yeah, right? I can also see it as like a point of like encouragement, like, oh, people like what I'm doing. But if it's like a regular fan, I guess that means less than like a rando.
I guess so. Like, so like a new fan coming in and saying like, oh, I always watch your TV shows, you're really funny in them, blah blah blah. It's like, that means more than like Geoff coming in and say like, oh my god, you can do a salchow, right? And then she's gonna be, what the fuck?
Because I did that for Nagisa. Like, after she's saying happy birthday to America, I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I watched Torniku to Nakniku. I think your answers are really like clever and funny. And then she said, oh, thank you, I love you. Which I think that's just like generic like foreign response, because they think all foreigners like to be told I love you.
I love you, yeah. And that's the only English they know, right? So win-win. So yeah, I don't know. So I don't actually know the answer to this, but like, for example, the Nagisa one, I thought it was kind of sweet, because you don't really go to her, but then you got a ticket for her. It's like, oh, I always watch your show, and then so from her point of view, obviously you're always happy when people say they like you, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's always like, then what do you get from it? Like, as the Wota, what do you get from it?
I think it's just like I said before, like the feeling, you feel good. Whether like your own, I feel good. I don't care about them. But,
right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is that, like,
it's kind of selfish.
It's a selfish thing, right? Like, not to say that like there's anything wrong with saying that, but it's almost like it's for you rather than for them. And there's nothing really wrong with that, but And as I said, I don't really know if it's like the correct answer. Like, maybe it's okay. Like, sometimes members will be like, oh, I got a lot of comments about the TV show. I'm really happy. Mm-hmm. So maybe they like it. I don't know.
I mean, I think that's part of like playing the role of idol and Wota, right? You're supposed to like, if you want to be like a quote unquote good Wota, you like watch all their shows and then you have to talk to them about it. That's how I kind of see it.
Mm-hmm. I guess so. Yeah. So for me, I always do it because I have a lot of tickets. So I always say like, oh, I saw you on blah 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 show, and I listened to your radio, blah blah blah, and then sometimes like I think to improve on the conversation, right? You just like ask about like very specific things about it. Like, oh, you talked about hating peace, so why is it that?
Why do you hate peace?
Peas.
You love war?
Green peas.
Oh, yeah, peas. Oh, I said peace.
Peace.
Yeah. We should be in war more often. like some weird. All right. Any last comments, Geoff? On any highlights from your show? From your call.
The only best one is probably like I was trying to do things you can only do on Zoom, so I like showed her my collection of K-pop cup holders, and then she
really
was like,
deep collection.
She was like, "Wow, you have a lot." And actually, I got a cup holder the other day when I went to like Tsuruhashi, which is like the Korean town of Osaka. So yeah, got to find out just how much Chihhi loves K-pop.
A tester on it. Cool.
You should create a thread on Ni channel about this, Jeff.
Chihhi loves K-pop.
About how much Chihhi loves K-pop.
Yes. Get on Matome.
Yeah. Get on HKT Matome.
Oh. Okay. So I guess real briefly, I'll go over just like I had another set of video calls with a different group. It's with WithLive is the name of the service, with 22/7, which I mentioned earlier in the show. So WithLive, it's very different from Zoom in the sense it's like all automated, and so these are 20-second calls, and they cut you off right when it gets to 0. Like so, you see a timer in the corner, and
so there is no Hagashi.
There's no Hagashi, there's no staff. I've heard to know that there is a staff like monitoring it, but there's no 30-second spiel of like, hey, is your sound on? Are you this person? Going over the rules, no recording or anything. It's just like you just wait. You go in the room like you would for Zoom, and you see a timer, and the timer is basically when your slot ends, and you can enter 5 minutes before the end time. And the member will actually they don't really enter like 20 seconds on the dot. Sometimes they enter like 21, 22 seconds ish. Before, so you actually do get a little bit of bonus time, but it is very like automatic, and you get cut off. So in mid sentence, just boom, you're out, and it kind of sucks. Whereas like with Zoom, like in NMB Zoom, like you can like go over because they'll cut you off manually.
So yeah, we discussed this, right? Like because in real life, if you get Hagashi, like it's fine because at least like the member sees you go away, and you get that satisfaction, right? Of like even just like waving goodbye.
Yeah.
But like with something like this where they just cut you off, then I don't know. Like for me, I think I would get like a unsatisfied feeling. It's hard to say. I can't think of the word.
Yeah, I think especially like you feel kind of ripped off or gypped or whatever.
Yeah,
I think it's only if you got like only one ticket or maybe only 2 tickets. On the way this is also set up, so they're 20-second blocks and it's like super strict. So it'll say like 2:10 p.m. 40-second. Like it'll be like the time slots are like literally to the second. So like for like remember I had like 9 tickets, so like over this course of an hour, it's an hour-long window of different 20-second blocks. So I just like it kind of felt like 1 ticket or 2 ticket loops. Is how it felt like to me. It's kind of had like the old sensation of a handshake. So like you are getting like that like little short conversation, like oh yeah I'll be right back, I'll see you soon.
How much did it cost?
Well these were from the previous handshake. They were transferred.
Oh okay, so it's 1,000 yen.
It is 1,000 yen, 1,200 yen. How so there's a little bit more pricier. But yeah, I can see like, but this all it's Furukai, so I think this puts like a kind of precedent, and I guess iZone also does this. Did it?
So how much? So how big was the slot? So I'm saying like
1 hour slot.
Can you do like 500 members? 500 wata in
No. So I think these are limited 120 per slot.
So what about the? So were there only 120?
Slots. They added more days after. I think they did like 1 weekend of these, and then they added more days for makeups. So it seems like they're gonna be able to like fill that 500 ticket quota somehow. But also, group is not mega popular, so I don't think they have to worry too much about like doing 500 tickets.
So that's
but they are doing this for the next single.
So that's two fans per minute. That's like twice the rate that NMB Zoom can go, right?
Yeah. So I think this could be like a better system of getting more tickets, because you get more tickets, more time with the members, and also it's one per one.
Yeah, but then the thing is like, so for example with NMB, right? The way they make money is by raffling these off.
Yeah.
So if it becomes 1:1, then I think like their sales will drop.
But they could also do more of these events. I feel.
Yeah, no, I mean Geoff just said it, right? Doubles, right? But I don't think. Doubles. But I'm pretty sure that the CDs they sold is more than 2:1, because like for example, like people like you would do like 5:1, right? But the thing is like they can't keep up with the raffle business model, because if other people do the 1:1 business model, then they have to.
Which is probably why NMB stopped doing it, as
I guess so.
Discussed before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, I do like how there's a possibility of getting more tickets with this service, but there are some other issues, more personal reasons, at least for me and Geoff and Andy, and it is locked down tight in regards to like recording.
Not that any of us do that.
Yeah, I did see a video on Twitter though of someone pointing a camera at the phone, I mean, that's pretty high quality. It was like a DSLR.
K-pop groups do that a lot.
Yeah, it was K-pop. So I think it was for iZone actually, because iZone actually is using this app. And theirs, I guess, is a little bit different. They actually have like the Higashi that tells you, checks your identity and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they even check like, hey, move your shoulder so we can see if there's not a camera behind you. Like they're even more strict about that. Because I guess K-pop fans are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's just how that's another service. And so 27 does their stuff through Fortune Music as well. So that's why NMB could possibly use this model. I'm not sure. I like Zoom better than this, but there are more opportunities to get tickets. So I think it's kind of like give and take.
I think if they want to sell more, they're gonna have to do this model.
Yeah.
Or do the SKE model.
Which we talked about last time, and actually we saw a video of how it's supposed to be.
It's dumb, and it's as dumb as we thought.
Yeah, it's even dumber than we thought. So you are talking to an iPad like on a little like stand.
But they reduced it from 6 meters to 4 meters.
Yeah, but you're still talking to an iPad, and they're still behind a table with a glass or plastic sheet over. And like I guess they weren't even doing conversations; they were just doing like games. Like
oh really?
They're doing like Achimite Hoi.
That's just their example.
Yeah, but you could probably talk to them if you wanted to, but it sounds like it'd be really shitty. In a noisy room. I guess they did do it over a weekend, and I guess there was no corona cases as far as I know. I don't know.
Yeah, there was no. So maybe that will embolden them to do more.
Yeah.
They should just do like open air ones.
Yeah.
Like rent out a parking lot or something.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for Zoom Talk. Zoom Talk.
Your monthly Zoom Talk.
Your monthly Zoom Talk, and probably the last monthly Zoom Talk because we ain't gonna have any more until next single.
We'll see. So
then let's move on to the comment corner, community comment corner. So
so don't forget to, I'm not even gonna say like and subscribe. Just just comment something.
Yeah. So those comments, we'll read those on the show. This first one is from Suzu. It's kind of some feedback. He's like, "Hey, I liked y'all's energy regarding the whole bully thing. Terrible stuff. Just hope Mountie bounces back from that and resumes for TikTok." So I mean, that was a good discussion. We think we were really like kind of mature and aware about it.
Yeah, I hope. So there was actually news recently about some rando that got sued by NGT for spreading rumors.
Or fake news.
I don't know, but I heard that they were taking methamphetamine. You can use weasel words, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not saying it. I heard other people saying it.
Yeah.
Different agencies are taking it more seriously now.
Yeah, and it's like what NGT is doing. Like they're like going a bit more draconian. It seems like with like their policies, the social media policies with the members. Like
they need to, right? Because they have they have like a really terrible like image right now of being open for business.
Or whatever. Wow. Yeah. So it's kind of it's all messy, and it's kind of has ramped up now. Like you have your internet vigilantes going out and trying to find any kind of infractions. It's getting a bit out of hand right now.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy, and not to get into that whole slippery slope.
Yeah. Let's move on. So Jared's narration says, I'm kind of gonna paraphrase this, but he kind of gave us like a correction or more clarification that the AKB Corona song is called "Even When Apart" and not "Don't Touch Me."
It's all Matt's fault.
Yeah. Well,
I blame Matt.
Ryan's one going to say "Don't touch me." Anyway, yeah. So cool. Next, Ahu. So he's saying he was dying at our conversation about how only Geoff knows where Maldives is, because me and Ryan were expressing our lack of geography.
Don't worry, Ahu, I got your back.
Yeah, he posted a video and I said, okay, now I know
what
Maldives is.
Geography freak.
Oh, that's actually what GeoFreak stands for.
Yeah. Sure, you can do it that way.
Not Geo Freak, as in like he loves the Geo, the video game store, the used game.
I've never been there.
I mean, it's only it only exists in like Inaka places.
There's one at my station.
See,
I'm in Inaka.
yeah. Like I haven't seen
there was
one
one
inside
right by my
Tokyo.
apartment, but it got changed from a Geo to like a pawn shop, like a
I mean, it's the
jewelry
same
pawn
thing.
shop.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, though.
Yeah, but that's right for movies and games and stuff. This is,
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, and then Vladimir said, so the 20 feet conversation remind me of this meme. Oh, so he posted reminded this. He posted a meme, like a picture of a European visitor talking about his tree. Oh, it must be 8 or 9 meters tall. And in response from Americans, like, no, it's about 5 dads tall. And then, like a couple days ago, there was like the fishing stream with Haasa. Like she went fishing.
Mhm.
I guess someone like clipped there's a screenshot of her and
With
like
the fish.
fish was like not a tuna. It was like what, a marlin or
I don't think it's a marlin. The marlin is really big.
it was a really big fish because like
Well,
even with the picture it showed.
The fish itself was also photoshopped.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Yeah, she
this
can't
Photoshop-
possibly have got that big of a
Yeah.
fish.
Anyway, it was a picture of her standing next to this fish, and it's like 4.5 Haasas tall. So that's our new measurement.
Haasas.
Yeah, how many Haasas is this? Because she's like 160 centimeters. All right. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for the comment corner. So yeah, if you have a comment or a question you'd like to send us to the podcast, you can do so. Post in the YouTube comments. Hit us up on Twitter or on Discord. And yeah, it's going to do it for this edition of NMB 48 Takoyaki Party. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube, all that stuff. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast or audio version of the podcast. Join the international NMB Discord. Watch our stuff on TEPPEN subs. Episode 1, Season 2. It's all there. Hang out with us. Peace.
Be happy, be happy, be happy, be happy, be happy, happy, happy.